for our good. All right. Hey, everybody. We see y'all chiming in the chat with where you're from. Maryland is in here deep tonight, okay? Let's just say, like, Maryland is on the map. Come on, DMV. Hey, we see we got Texas in the house, Kansas, Atlanta. We got Charlotte, everywhere. Okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get started with our class tonight. What's up, everybody? My name is Coach T Lane, and I have had the pleasure of being a part of Bedroom Candy for almost 6 years now. 2019, I went onto Instagram searching for someone to join this company under. I searched the hashtag Bedroom Candy. And I came across this lady who I loved how she was posting of all the stuff she did with her team, and she just was very active in her business. She just so happened, I did not know at the time, to be one of the top leaders in the company. Shout out to Miss LaRonda White. I joined with her almost 6 years ago, and since coming in, it ain't been nothing but up for me being in this community. My reason for being into Bedroom Candy, I have several different reasons for why I do it, but I really enjoy working with females, helping them learn how to become the best and highest version of themselves. And in order to do that, like, there's some things that you have to learn how to overcome. Even Jesus, we ain't going to church tonight, but even Jesus had to overcome some things, had things that he went through. So I love to just help females figure out how to be the best and highest version of themselves, overcome those things that are hindering them from doing that. And I love being in Bedroom Candy because I'm big on time freedom. I like being in control of my own time and being able to be there. I'm a mom, I'm a wife. I want to figure out or be in control of when I spend time with them, when I eat lunch when I want to eat it, have a bathroom break when I want to have it. My kids have something going on at school, I don't want to get permission. And Bedroom Candy is the vehicle that allowed me to get to time freedom. And it has me on a journey to financial freedom now. So being here tonight, I am not your only teacher who is going to be teaching this class on finding yourself after divorce. I'm joined here by some of our amazing sisters in the community who actually just happen to be a part of my team. Shout out to Team B.A.M.N. And the first one who's going to introduce themselves, she's been in this business for a little over a year now. I love her because she's so coachable. She's so hungry for success and to reach her goals that she came into Bedroom Candy for. She's always willing to work, always willing to teach. That's why she's here tonight. She has a heart of gold. A community loves her. And I'm going to turn the floor over to Miss Trinice Bailey out of Dallas, Texas.
Hey everybody, I'm Shanice, like Coach T Lane said, and y'all, I just have to take a second. Coach T has been such a wonderful coach. She has been a wonderful team lead. I am so grateful that I got auto assigned to her team. I always tell her that it's divine intervention because it was God who placed me on her team, and God knew what I needed at that time. So she is wonderful. She loves to make sure we have our roses, and also she loves to train us, but she will she wants us to show up in excellence. So she trains us and coaches us, and I love her to death. But I I want to tell y'all my why. Well, and it's changed a little bit, but the main reason why I started Bedroom Candy is to be able to educate those who are like me with physical limitations and disabilities. And it has changed a little bit to now I am a doula, and so I have included parents, those with disabilities and those who are not. I want to educate them on pleasure, on all things that we have to offer, self-esteem, self-care. And that's ultimately why I came into this business and I stay into this business. And we are joined with another one of our lovely sisters. She came in 10 days in, jumping on the Zoom like you would have never thought she was 10 days in this business, she came in hungry. She came in with such an open heart, an open mind, and she has really showed up in her business. And I believe she's about to be a year in next month. So I think she got a couple more weeks and she'll be a year in this business. And I just want to tell y'all she is absolutely amazing. And this is our sister Nikisha. Go ahead and tell us your reason for joining.
Well, thank you, my beautiful sis Trinice. And let me just say, Trinice, I love you, like for real. Like it's divine intervention, like you said, because as soon as I came on the scene, you jumped right in and you have not left my side since. And I just want to say I'm so proud of you, sis, and the growth that I've seen in you and just being more comfortable in the skin that you in. And I just love you and I appreciate you. And like I told y'all, y'all stuck with me. Y'all stuck with me. I ain't going nowhere, okay? But I'm Nikisha, y'all. I have been in Bedroom Candy. It's going on 10, no, 11 months. I'll be 12 months in November, making my year in Bedroom Candy. My why has changed since I've been in here. For those who may not know, I am a cervical cancer survivor. So that really hit me hard about learning who I was overall and rediscovering my sexuality. But my why has changed because what I love about Bedroom Candy is the educational part. I love to educate people about things they may know nothing about or giving more information to them about things they may not know about. So I really love the educational part and just talking about bedroom candy, the products that we have to offer in the education. So I'm a firm believer of self-care because I was not big on self-care at one point in my life, but bedroom candy has just increased my self-care for myself. So I'm actually trying to get my certification for to become a certified sexologist. So I'm trying to get that going and get that done to add to my life coaching as well. I am a life coach. So I like to do some of everything, but I love the products and I love my BK family. So I hope y'all have a great conversation tonight. We finna dig deep into finding yourself after divorce. So let's have some conversation, okay?
Yeah, yeah. If y'all are ready for us to hop into our class tonight, let us see some hearts in the chat. Show some love. With Bedroom Candy, we love tying real life topics into our business. And we always say, we ain't trying to sell anybody anything, but we know that the things or the products that Bedroom Candy have to offer are solutions to real life situations that people are experiencing. One of those real life situations is divorce. So if you're here tonight, maybe you are that person who has gone through a divorce, or you're currently going through a divorce, or you have a homeboy or a homegirl who's going through it, and you're here to like just learn how can you be there for them. And when you think about or when you ask people what may have been the most challenging thing about divorce, you'll get different answers. And that's because each person's circumstance is different. But when it boils down to it, the challenges that everyone faces who goes through something like divorce will fall into one of four categories. They're going to face challenges emotionally. They're going to face challenges mentally. They're going to face some challenges physically. And of course, they're going to face some challenges sexually too. And that's what we're going to get into tonight. Go ahead and grab your pen and paper if you want to take some notes, but we're just going to go ahead and hop right in. Two of our hosts tonight, we love to share our real life stories. I'm a firm believer of through hearing other people's lived experiences, we can learn how to make it through those experiences ourselves. And so Trinice and Nikisha are so great, like just gonna be so amazing tonight and share with us their journeys through divorce. And we're gonna talk to you about how Bedroom Candy and what we have to offer can help you through the things that they went through, because you may have went through them too. So when you think about when y'all went through your divorce, I want to start like at the beginning. Because I know that there was a lot of changes that took place within you emotionally and mentally. Can talk to that?
So for me, the emotional and mental part, right? I think that's really the hardest part about going through a divorce, at least for me it was. Because okay, it's like grieving, right? It's a grieving situation because just a little background of my story, I was with my significant other since I was 15 years old. So we kind of grew up together, right? And so he is the father of my two children. I have a son who's 27 and a daughter who's 18 now. And so I was with this person for over 20 some years. Okay. So we kind of was going through things, adolescence and a young adulthood, all different kinds of things. And so he was my first love, really. Okay. And so when years later, I went through a lot with him. I went through he he used drugs, he gambled, he did a whole bunch of different things, okay? He went to jail. He did a whole lot, right? But for me, I felt like because of my growing up and my background, I all I saw was great marriages. All I saw was long-term marriages and till death do us part kind of marriages, okay? And so when I went through that, that's what I wanted because that's all I saw and that's what I believed in and that's how I grew up. And so when I went through my divorce, I felt like a failure. I really did at the end of the day. I felt like I failed myself and I failed my children. And that played on my psyche, that played on my emotions, that played on my mental because I'm like, I'm not a failure, but I thought I was a failure because that relationship didn't work. And so for me, I slipped into depression, a real deep depression. Um, I literally felt my heart break. When people talk about heartbreak, that was a heartbreak for me. And I literally felt my heart breaking in half. And so that really took me down. It took me real down, but I had to rebuild myself in that area. But it does play on your mental health. Like I said, depression turned into physical ailments and different things like that. So that's how it really affected me because I really did love him and I did everything in my power to make it work. But at some point in time, he was here and I was here. I'm going here. And so we weren't on the same level at that point. And so we grew apart. Okay. But it was a lesson for me. And what it taught me was not to lose myself because I lost myself in my children. I lost myself in my marriage. And so I learned that losing myself is not a good thing. And so I had to rebuild myself internally out. So
Yeah, right. I can imagine how that felt. No one gets married with the idea in mind that I'm going to divorce one day. Like, that's who we plan to spend the rest of our life with. So I can just imagine just the changes that you can go through, whether you are a woman or a man, and whether you initiated it or not, those mental and emotional changes you can go through. Trinice, what about you? Like, how was that process? How do you remember changing mentally and emotionally?
So in my process, me and my ex-husband were together since we were 18 years old. And we, when we first got married, I found out a month into our marriage that he had cheated on me several times. And it started a week after we got married with about, I think it was 4 different women. And it was so hard for me. It broke my heart. And so we separated. And my mother, and sometimes y'all gotta not listen to y'all family members, but my mother told me that men do men do things that, or find someone to do things with that you wouldn't do them with, that you won't do for them. So if they not getting it at home, they go out in the streets and get it from somewhere else. Well, that wasn't the case. And he tells me, like, because we have open conversations now, but he tells me that, at that point he was grieving. He didn't know any better. We were still really young. I was 18, turning 19, and he had just turned 18. So it was just a fact that we were so young. And I didn't want to be in my teens or early 20s being divorced. So we played this get back together, break up, get back together. And the last time the last time we broke up and we actually got or started the process for divorce, it was because I knew at that point, like in the beginning, I was sad. I was like, I don't want to feel like a failure. I don't want to be 20 divorced. I don't want to be this. And it was so many negative emotions that I was feeling. But when I finally decided that it was time, I knew that I loved him, but we shouldn't be together. So it was a sense of relief that I felt when I finally made that decision. And it was so much growth that had to get me to that point of the okay, I need to let this go because we are not good for each other. There were outside children that were conceived. There was a lot of tit for tat. There was, a lot of things that shouldn't have been done that was done in my marriage. And I was the one who had to get to a point because he would have still kept going. Oh, we need to be together for the sake of our child. And then even when outside children came into play, oh, we need to stay for, the sake of them. They don't have a stable parent influence. And I'm like, no. And it was just a point, like how Nikisha said, it was grieving. And I think I had to go through all of the stages of grieving until I got to acceptance for me to go ahead and file for a divorce.
Yeah.
That
Man, and
part,
I'm just looking in the
acceptance.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking in the chat and like so many others can relate to y'all story. We want to now like just tie into because bedroom candy really changes lives. We are so much more than just toys, even though those toys play a powerful part in a lot of things, and we're gonna talk about some of them tonight too. But bedroom candy can really help to build yourself back up, especially in a moment of trying to find yourself, rediscover who you are after experiencing something like divorce. Nikisha, like we said, we like to say our products, like we're never selling anybody anything. We're always just offering solutions to issues or problems. And so you have something that Bedroom Candy offers that can play a really great role in helping someone who's experiencing divorce find themselves and heal mentally and emotionally. What's that product that you have?
So one of my products that I love candles. Anybody know me know I love a good candle. Why candles? Candles actually change the mood in the room for me. It calms me. The smell of the fragrances just changes the atmosphere in the room. So I love candles. So our candles, our duo that we have, our lookable duo, okay, candles, is one of my favorites to use. And so not only what I love about our products is they're multi-purpose. Okay. These candles are multi-purpose. Okay. So not only does it change the mood in the room, honey, but they smell great. Okay. Smell great. And when you are finished lighting your candle, it turns into a massage oil. So massaging though the body, okay, helps relaxation, okay? And so when you're going through these things mentally and emotionally, you need things to help calm you. And so the candles is one way that I love to help calm me from a stressful day, a stressful event, something that has me anxious or worried, I go to my candles because it just changes the whole mood for me.
I want to go. I don't know how. like you set me up with the like massage and it turns into a massage oil because that's what I want to talk about too. Whenever you're going through something as challenging as a divorce, I heard Trinice mention it's like a grieving process, and it really is. You're grieving a life that you thought would be that will no longer be what you thought it would be. Like there's a lot of different emotions you go through, and emotions have a significant impact on the body. Our emotions, they're first created in the brain, in a part of our brain called the limbic system. And because of the way the mind and the body is connected, emotions can sometimes become trapped in the body. And when they become trapped in the body, you can feel these physical symptoms. Like, let me give you an example. And we refer to it as embodied emotions. When you're feeling nervous or anxious, what type in the chat, like what body part do you notice, like, do you feel a physical sensation in when you're feeling nerves or anxious?
I know for me in my shoulders.
Okay. Okay. And we see in the chat.
We got we got hands,
Mm-hmm.
heart palpitations, back,
A lot.
chest.
Yeah. And you can even,
Head, yeah.
yeah, even in your stomach too. Like you ever felt like you get nervous, like little butterflies? You ever heard that saying? You can feel that there. What about stress? When you're feeling stress, what part of your body, and this
When
is
the candy
time to
buzz spring.
finding yourself, um, finding yourself after divorce, like even figuring out who you are, like with stress. Okay, somebody says they feel it in their head. Stress, you can feel it in your shoulders, in your back. It starts to get tense. And even heartbreak. I heard Trinice say like it really was a heartbreak that she went to. Or maybe it was Nikisha that said that. Heartbreak, you feel it
Yeah,
in your chest. Whew.
yes.
Okay. And so when these emotions aren't dealt with, you'll feel them in these different areas, but then they begin to grow into even more muscle tension and a feeling of heaviness. And you gotta find a way to release those emotions. It's okay. You are normal to go through and feel those emotions while going through something as challenging as divorce, but you gotta find a way to release them. Because if you don't release them, they can turn into disease or dis-ease. And when you release them, you realize that you feel so much better. You ever heard the saying, someone say, like, I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders? Once they've like talked or got something deep out, that's what it is. Like you've got to release those emotions. Or even I've heard of like females, clients that I've had who go to the doctor and the doctor can never find anything wrong with them. They don't know, but they're in excruciating pain. It's because there's some emotions inside that need to be released. So another thing that you may battle with or may be challenging when you're going through a divorce is financially. You go from, I think about like in my marriage, God forbid, if me and my husband were to go through a divorce, it would be very different financially for me. So I want to talk about a way where you can release those emotions in a way where it won't cause more stress financially to you, but it is so amazing. And Nikisha set us up for it, like with massages. One of the ways you can release those emotions is through massaging your body. And bedroom candy allows you to do it yourself, like and give yourself a massage as if you went to a high top tier, top dollar masseuse. And it's with one of our products called the Mic Drop. This is our massage wand, and I love the sleek and just sexy look. It's very grown and sexy. Black and gold is actually Bedroom Candy's colors. And this is a wand massager that is very powerful. It comes with 7 preset pulsations. My favorite one is the 7th one. That's the strongest one. And just use this. You gotta find yourself. Like after divorce, like it's important to take some time with yourself, and you ain't got to go out here and pay all this money for a masseuse or a massage. If you can't do it, but you can do it. Bedroom Candy allows you to be able to do it at home. It's USB rechargeable, so you don't have to worry about batteries. Made out of 100% body safe silicone. So as you're massaging yourself, like maybe you feel those emotions, like you take a moment and maybe meditate, go quiet and silent and pay attention to where you feel the emotions in your body. Maybe you feel it in your your shoulders and your upper back. Give yourself a massage with that and practice the power of visualization. Visualize yourself actually releasing that feeling. Like, what is it that I'm feeling? Is it heartbreak? Is it sadness? Is it grief? Imagine yourself like with massaging it out of your body, like it's just releasing with every single rub with your mic drop. Is it in your legs? Do you feel it in your feet? The feet are the foundation of the body. And when you go through a divorce, a foundation that you set up with someone is now torn apart. Maybe give yourself a massage on your feet with the mic drop. And it works by you press and hold the power button for 3 to 4 seconds. It turns on by the colors of the blinkers. You can tell which setting you're on. So those 3 blinking at the same time is the highest setting. And just take some time with yourself. But that's just a few of the ways that Bedroom Kitty can help you with that emotional and mental part of finding yourself after divorce. We want to take a second to move in. I see somebody said financially, OMG. Yes. Because you may be used to, like y'all, the bills done a certain way, things done a certain way. And now, like, a lot of stuff changes when you go through something like divorce. So, speaking of changes, let's talk about physical appearance. Because if you're battling with yourself mentally, battling with yourself emotionally, that can take a toll. And sometimes we look like what we go through on the outside. So can y'all speak of, like, did y'all go through any challenges with your physical appearance during your divorce?
Yes. So with me, when I go through a lot, I don't eat. I tend to not have an appetite. So I lost so much weight. I was like really, really, really thin. Um, and I stopped like really, I could like kind of like what Nikisha said, she threw herself into her children. At one point I kind of threw myself into my children. So I was making sure they were good, but I wasn't taking care of, like, I would shower, but I wouldn't do my hair. I was losing a lot of weight, and I wasn't dressing up, and I didn't act like or dress like I cared about myself at that point. It was just, okay, let me focus on them, making sure they're good. And I know that someone said that's them that no eating too. So I'm not, with me, I just, when I go through a lot, it's like the opposite. Like, you gain happy weight, and then when you're stressed or sad or going through things, I get like no appetite, and I lose a lot of weight, and I get so thin. That's how people know that things are going on in my life. And dressing up and actually caring about what you look like. So that was something that I just didn't do.
Yeah, and I'm just the opposite of you, Trinice. I ate everything I saw. I'm an emotional eater. That's just been me. And I noticed that I was consuming lots of alcohol during my divorce. Um, and that year, it took me almost a year. I got divorced 4 days before my 10-year anniversary. And I was in school doing my undergrad degree at the same time, plus working full time and being a full time mom. So it was a very stressful time for me. So I was eating I was out of control because that's the only thing that brought me comfort was food and alcohol at that point in my life because I was going through so much, and I that was a coping mechanism for me. And sometimes these are the coping mechanisms that people reach out to. Okay? So I had to literally tell myself, you got to stop this, girl. I had to, I was like, girl, you was out of control. What is, wait a minute, hold up. We got to change this around. We got to find something else, an outlet, because you're going to blow up. You're going to be bigger than what you want to be. You're going to be an alcoholic. I'm not trying to do all that. Mm-mm. So I had to literally stop myself and say, girl, stop. We got to reverse this. And so I had to go and I started working out. I got a trainer. I went to therapy and, just started doing things to help me heal my heart, heal my insides.
Mhm.
I have to heal my inside first before my outside can look like what I'm feeling. So I had to heal internally, and I started doing that.
Mhm.
Yes, I'm glad you started therapy. So many of us have that stigma against therapy. That was one thing I had to do too, because I had to accept some things. Um, a lot of life changes had happened around my divorce. I was hit by a car, and so I had some physical disability changes as well. And therapy helped me through the divorce, as well as the physical changes that my body had.
Mhm.
So I love that you went through therapy, because yes, you do have to heal your heart. You have to talk things out, and your friends may not give you the greatest advice, but the therapists, they're trained in that. So I love that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Therapy and my spiritual relationship with God.
Yes. Mhm.
I had to call on him thousands of times a day.
Mhm.
And I had to go back to my roots, and I had to go back to my spirituality, and I had to rely on him to get me through this process.
Mhm. And that's
Woo,
come on now. We preaching tonight. And like when you going through divorce, those mental and emotional changes that you go through, it does take effect on your physical. And I heard, I believe both of y'all mentioned, like battling with depression, going through this process. And while I've never experienced a divorce, I have experienced depression before. Like I'm a big advocate for mental health. I've been at the bottom of the bottom. I'm talking about how many of y'all know about being so depressed, like the smallest of tasks can feel like a burden. Like even doing something as simple as taking a shower felt like a lot to me. Like I just wouldn't want to get out of bed. So one of the things with Bedroom Candy, again, like we never trying to sell nobody on nothing. We just know these products are amazing and they play a big role in a lot of us and building our confidence back up and us just being building us to the place of being the best version of ourselves. I remember at one point with I was deep in my depression. I had to start by, okay, I got to do something even more simpler. And my thing consisted of me, I said, at least every day, I'm going to get up and wash my face and brush my teeth and fix my bed. I'm gonna at least do those three things. And one of the things I really started looking forward to was the washing my face part. Like that just would do something to me. It would feel like it would wash those depressive feelings away. And with Bedroom Candy, we actually, some of y'all, if y'all are really new here, then this is gonna be your first time seeing this because this is actually a very, very new product we just dropped. I mean, Candy is about to change the game with this line. While Bedroom Candy also has a part of it, Candy Coated Cosmetics. And we literally just launched a skincare line. I'm talking about some amazing skincare products made out of 100% natural ingredients. And so getting up in the morning, I saw somebody say that this is what they're currently experiencing. Sis, start by wash your face. I think there's a book actually too, or somebody has out, wash your face. And the ingredients in this will make you feel so good. This is candy coated foam face and neck wash. You ain't putting nothing on your body, on your skin that should not be. It's all natural. It has ingredients in it like vitamin B3, which is really, really good for just giving you that youthful feeling. When you're experiencing a lot of heavy emotions, it can change your physical appearance. Like it can have your skin start to droop, sag, just kind of looking more like older, tired. But using this wash is gonna, even though that's what you feel like on the inside, it's gonna make it so that you don't look like it on the outside. So that B12, B3 in it, it helps to produce collagen in the face. Collagen is what you need for your skin to keep looking youthful. It also has turmeric in it, and I'll squirt a little on my hands. You'll be able to see the yellow tint of the foam. You can see I'm only gonna do a little bit because baby, I don't like to waste this product. But that yellow tint, the turmeric, when you are stressed out, one of the things that can happen is you begin to break out. because that stress is trying to find some way to get out of your body. And with breakouts and you go picking at your skin and it can leave dark marks, the turmeric in this wash is going to help to keep you with that even skin tone again, so you don't have to look like on the outside what you feel like on the outside. And ironically, as you continue to use this is one of those products that you're going to start feeling good. Your skin is gonna be glowing, which is gonna, on the inside, you're gonna begin glowing as you continue to do the work. But it's amazing, and you want to pair it with our face and neck oil, face and neck oil that's in the line. Even the rose smell in there is gonna just make you feel good. You want to pair it with the turmeric and sugar scrub. That's gonna make you feel good, and you definitely want to get the sea moss serum with it too. Just the whole skincare line. Just start with something like that. It can help you with your physical appearance as you're going through this process. Nikisha, you got something else over there, don't you?
Yes, and to go along with that, ain't nothing like your body feeling the same way your face feel, okay? So my go-to is Velvet, which is our body scrub, okay, which has our this is part of our Giving Tree collection, okay? And what I love about this collection is that with this collection we give back, okay, as well. And so we give back to our community in Africa, okay, where we import shea butter from over there to go in these products, okay? So Velvet is one of our body scrubs, and I love Velvet because it makes your skin feel so soft and smooth after you use it. As you can see, it has some sugar, fine sugar. It's a sugar scrub, okay? And it has more essential oils and things in this. But once you use this, you're supposed to exfoliate at least 1 to 3 times a week to get those dead skin cells off of you to rejuvenate and get new skin cells, okay? So using this helps to take that away. Just like the scrub for your face and the cleanser is to wash away those toxins and that dirt and things like that. So you wanted to use this on your body because you're gonna feel so good after you use it. And then once after you get out the shower and do your scrub, baby, go moisturize with the Butter Me Up. Okay. Make sure you moisturize your skin. Do not be ashy. Let me tell you something. Don't go in 2025 ashy, people, okay? We not doing no more ash. I need y'all to moisturize y'all skin. We got one skin that we have, but we got to take care of it, okay? We got to take care of it. So using Butter Me Up after you get out from that scrub is very light. It's not greasy or oily, and your skin gonna thank you for that, okay? I love it. It makes me feel good when in the morning and when I come home at night from out at work. Okay, relaxation. That's all I'm saying.
I love Velvet and Butter Me Up, girl. Those are my things. And they smell so good. And you know, when you're using things that smell amazing, like that starts to perk you up. It's like aromatherapy, like Miss Kiki put in the chat earlier. It is so amazing. And so one of our new products that we have, and I've been using it, but we have some others like it. This one has just changed. But it's when once you've gotten your body together, you've washed your face, you've scrubbed with the Velvet and put on the Butter Me Up. You wanna we have two options. We have some perfume out, and their pheromones perfumes is called Seduce Me. And what you want to do is you want to spray them. Now, I don't know if y'all know how pheromones work. Do y'all know how pheromones work? Y'all can put in the chat. But pheromones, they work as to where they bind to your body's natural pheromone scent. Your body produces pheromones. So it binds with your body's natural pheromone scent, and it changes from person to person. So if I wear Seduce Me and T wears Seduce Me and Coach Nikisha wears Seduce Me, it all smells completely different. It changes, and it goes through a 3-step change. So there's like a top note, which is when you first spray it on. There's a mid note that happens about 5 to 7 minutes after you spray it, and then about 15 to 20 minutes after you spray it, it's the bottom note, and that's the fragrance that stays. And one of my favorites, it is the center stage. It is, I'm gonna spray it. It is so amazing. It's citrusy and light, and it really perks you up. Like, and pheromones, they are a natural, it's a natural um attraction that happens. So you do get more attention. But at this stage in your life, you may not want more attention. So what it can do also, it can cause you, and this is how center stage looks. We also have a main attraction, but what it can cause you to be happier. Like every time I spray this on after I get ready, I'm like, oh, it smells good. Like I'm like getting excited smelling the smell that I just sprayed on. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it just smells, it has this citrus smell on it, and it changes, and it gets a little bit sweeter the more it develops. And I love it. I absolutely love this perfume. I'm so glad they came out with it, because I love it. I did this tester the other day with some women, and I wanted to make sure they knew that it smells different person to person. And they were like, "Oh my gosh, why hers smell lighter, but hers smell stronger. Hers smell sweeter, but mine smell a little bit more citrusy." And I'm like, "That's because it's binding with your body's natural chemistry and pheromones." And they were like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it. If you'd have told me this over the phone or anything else, I probably wouldn't have believed you. But you let us test it, and we saw that we smell differently from person to person." So just know that this is exclusive, and you smell how your body wants you to smell, and it also brings your body, it gets you perkier and more and happier, not more happy, happier, so that you can go and experience this new life, these new changes that are happening.
Love it, Trinice. Yes. Oh my God,
Yeah.
we are learning all about how to find yourself after divorce, because even though it can feel heavy, even though it can feel challenging, there is light at the tunnel, and you can come out as the best and highest version of yourself. And we're so grateful to Bedroom Candy for having products that can help assist you along that journey. And so I want y'all with this last category, because we want to leave just a few minutes at the end to take maybe one or two Q&A or any feedback you may have at the end for our guests. But I want you each to take about 2 minutes to speak on this final topic, which is the challenge like that you may go through sexually. Because when you are going through divorce, it can be on one or two ends of the spectrum. Either now, like you're losing somebody who you've been with for a while and they knew your body in and out, and you may feel like, who else are you gonna find to do your body the way they did? Or it can be on the other end where this person never really knew your body. You was faking it the whole time, and now you're free and you're still trying to figure out, okay, well, what do I like? What is it? So I want you each to take about 2 minutes. There is another Bedroom Candy product that y'all have, and just describe how you can use someone who's battling with divorce or going through divorce, how they can use those products to help them with that challenge of figuring figuring out who they are, I'm sorry, sexually.
Okay, for me, so me and my ex never really had a problem in the bedroom, but what I will say is that I did not know myself in the bedroom because I was always a pleaser. I was always trying to please my spouse and not please myself, if that makes sense. And so I came to know and had to learn my body and learn what I like and what where I like to be kissed or penetrated or not penetrated or what gets me going, right? So one of my faves is the flower bomb. Okay. So I like dual stimulators. Okay. Sometimes I'm feeling a dual stimulator, sometimes I'm just feeling clitoral stimulator. But I love this stimulator because it does both things for me. And so it's red, of course, the flower. It's shaped like a rose. It's not the rose, okay? It's different. It's a flower bomb. And what I like about it is it has a tongue on it, okay, for my clitoral stimulator. And then it has a penetrative thrusting part on it. So it's a double duo. It's a duo, okay? And so you can make sure you have lube, people, when you're using your toys. Lube is important, okay? Because you're gonna regret it if you don't have it, okay? So as you can see, it lit, okay? How fast you want to go, and then you have your penetrative part, which thrusts as well, and so you get the magic of both, okay? Now I never knew that I liked it both at the same time until I experimented with myself, okay?
Mhm.
And so
It was like,
I got to learn my
"Oh,
body and learn what she likes to do. Okay. And so I love the flower bomb because it's a double duo for me. And I just say this. Um, learn your body, learn what you love, learn what you want to do for yourself. Get to experiment with yourself. And I now have a partner who he's very into making sure I'm happy, okay, and satisfied and pleasing me. I didn't have that before. Even though he was making sure I was good, but I'm into pleasing, he's into pleasing. And but just get to know yourself. If you're losing, if you don't even know who you are, get to know who you are and regain your sexual power back.
Mhm.
yes." And you said something about knowing your body, and I was so young when I got married. I didn't know my body either. And I did not know that I wasn't being satisfied. I thought that, this is what sex was supposed to be like. And I did not enjoy sex when I was married. It was to the point where, like, after I got divorced, I didn't have sex for a long time. And when I got introduced to my first toy, I was like, okay, this is what sex is supposed to be like. So I had to go on an exploration and see what I liked, what I didn't like, what an orgasm was. And I didn't know that, it was supposed to be that way. So I was like, oh my gosh, when I got my first orgasm, that was the most amazing experience ever. And I did not have that in my marriage. And not to shame my ex-husband, because we were young. He probably just did what he thought was what was supposed to be done. But it wasn't like how I am now with my partner. I can communicate what I like. I can tell him that I like this, I don't like that. And it's a pleasurable experience between us because I am able to experience things. I like massage. I like sensual touch. And the product that I have, it actually is able to give massage, is able to give me that sensual touch that I want, but it's also a clitoral stimulate, it's a clitoral stimulant. So I can stimulate my clitoris if that's what I want to end at. but it's our peach. I absolutely love this thing. It's so soft. But it's a clitoral stimulation, a stimulator, and we turn it on. It has 10 different settings and it's rechargeable. It's so soft that I love to use it to start foreplay. And I could start it with myself if I wanted to. Just sensually touching and massaging places that I know I like. And so I absolutely love to just touch and feel, because that's where I started to understand what I liked and what I didn't like. I started to touch myself. I started to massage myself. And don't be afraid to learn your body, to know what you like and what you don't like. These are amazing. Self exploration is amazing. And if you have not experienced the orgasm like me, when I was in my marriage, then you really do need to explore and learn yourself so you can know what you like and what you don't like. And the peach is a good starter because it fits directly on there, and it's a widespread area. So you don't got to worry about, oh, am I hitting this spot? Am I hitting that spot? Baby, you put this piece right there on your vulva and it will get you where you need to be in 2.5 seconds.
All right, all right.
Okay.
And you can't, and that's even for men, because even men exploring and figure out who you are out going through the challenge of a divorce. You may, like, explore your body. You may rub that and realize, like, oh, my ex-wife never, or my ex-husband, whoever your partner is, they never played around with my nipples. I like nipple stimulation. Or you may put it on a low setting and give a little vibration to the testicles. Or maybe you might discover, like, putting it on the section right above the penis. Like, oh, I like a little vibration or stimulation above there. So it's important, no matter your gender, to explore yourself. That's part of finding yourself after divorce. And we have so many other products in Bedroom Candy that can tie into this. I've been telling you all night that we never try to sell anybody anything. Bedroom Candy just has amazing products that are solutions to the everyday life issues that people face, including even something like divorce. And if you like what you saw tonight, get in touch with who invited you out. Purchase some of these products, because even though we were speaking on them in a sense of helping you to find yourself after divorce, you can use these products through anything. They really help you to feel like the best and highest version of yourself. So shop with the consultant who invited you out. We have so many other products that can assist you in being that best version of yourself. So book a party. Our parties are free and you earn some amazing rewards from them too. Get in touch with who invited you out and they can talk with you about that too. But if you like what we do, we really enjoy pouring into others. This business is about so much for us. We love to use it, like Nikisha mentioned earlier, it's the education for her, to educate individuals on how to be the best version of themselves, including the best sexual version of themselves. If you can see yourself doing what we do, if you like it, and we also love to get high off our own supply, we get an amazing discount being in Bedroom Candy, then reach out to the person who invited you as well, and they can speak with you on how you can get into this business, join our Bedroom Candy family tonight. At this point, we want to open the floor we have time for maybe one question. You can raise your hand and we can have you come off of mute. One question or feedback.
Adam did say in the comments that men needed a lot more, believe him. Um, he said things that men go through in divorce in terms of spousal support, child support, and losing their homes, it's rough, which that is very true. That is very true. Men do need it. I don't know if if we're gonna quantify that men need it more or less, because I think divorce affects people in different ways, but men do need it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for sharing. Okay. All right. And if there are no questions or any further feedback, we just want to thank you for joining us tonight. Here at Bedroom Candy, we have different topics related to everybody's everyday life, talking about everyday life issues, problems, and then how Bedroom Candy is a solution to those life issues and problems. Every fourth Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern, you can come and come, little play on the word come. Okay. You can come register with your consultant and just come out to our different topics. Next month on our fourth Thursday, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we're going to be talking around that topic. So if you have any breast cancer survivors, I'm sorry, thrivers, I love to refer to them as thrivers, because if you survive something like cancer, that means you have figured out how to, you better be thriving in life. You better not take nothing for granted, no complaints at all. So if you have any breast cancer thrivers in your life, invite them out because it's gonna be a celebration. It ain't gonna be no sad occasion. We celebrating life next month, okay? Thank y'all for joining. Trinice, Nikisha, thank y'all for co-hosting with me tonight. Y'all did a phenomenal job. Y'all give it up for them in the chat. And we are gonna send y'all out with some little vibes. DJ Nikisha, drop the beat.
All right now.